Ayo, what is poppin' poppers? In today's video, I'll be showing off a bunch of different Funko Pop displays that I found online that I think are really awesome. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, before I even get into the video, I just want to let you guys know about the Everything Funko Discord server. The Everything Funko Discord server is a really awesome Discord server that I run. If you want to be a part of a really awesome Funko Pop community and stay up to date with all the latest Funko Pop news, Everything Funko is for you. I'll put a link down below to the Discord server. Alright, now that the Discord promo is out of the way, let's get into today's video. What I want to do today is give you guys a bunch of display inspirations. So I'm going to show off a bunch of different Funko Pop displays that I found online, whether it be in box or out of box, or maybe even both. Everything's going to be in today's video of some of the best Funko Pop displays that I found online, just for some inspiration for you guys. Someone the other day asked me on TikTok how to display their Funko Pops. I thought it'd be cool to make a whole YouTube video showing off a bunch of different inspiration ideas, so that way you guys can get inspiration for your collection. So to start off, I'll show off my personal collection. Now you're probably already familiar with the style of how I display my Funko Pops. It's a pretty basic style that I see it all the time. And I have all my Pops out of the box, not actually all of them, but like majority of them. I want to say 90% of my Pops are out of box. So the way I do it basically is I take all my Pops out of the boxes, and then I make kind of a staircase using 1, 2, or 3 boxes. Well, it has to be 2 or 3 boxes to make a staircase, but I use 2 or 3 boxes to make a staircase going up, and on each step of the staircase I put one Funko Pop, and it kind of looks like this. But yeah, there's how I display my collection. Let's take a look at some of the collections I found online. To start off with this one right here, I think this one looks fantastic. It's definitely a very situational thing because you're not going to be coming across this specific kind of shelf all the time. It's a very specific shelf. Maybe like some places like IKEA have it, but for the most part I do believe this is custom made. And essentially they display their Pops the same way as me. They take them out of the box, but instead of doing a staircase, they only have one Pop and the box behind it. And on the top shelf there, you can see they have some of their more valuable Pops in box, just Loki, Cheshire Cat, and Ghost. But yeah, overall, I really do like the way that they display their Pops here, just because it looks a lot like my collection. I think it looks really awesome. It's very basic and simple, and that's why it looks great. Moving on to a customized display right here, which includes the Harry Potter minifigures. And I say minifigures because these are definitely not the real size figures. I believe these are from the advent calendar. And I think they did a great job with this here. Basically, they sorted all the characters into their specific houses, which I think is really cool. I think this is a really nice custom display. If you have a lot of time on your hands, not even a lot of time, if you just have the craft touch, then you can definitely whip something up like this. Next up, we have a shelf that you can actually buy from Display Geek. I personally like Display Geek a lot. If the import fees from the United States weren't so expensive into Canada, I would definitely have a lot of Display Geek shelves for my collection. But Display Geek is really awesome. They have some really awesome in-box and out-of-box Pop shelves. And the one that I'm showing off here right now is the out-of-box display. So it's very similar to my collection, but it's made specifically for Funko Pops, and I think that's why it's so awesome. I think it's really awesome, and I think the price for it is pretty good as well. So if you want to check out Display Geek for yourself, there will be a link down below. Next up, we also have another out-of-box display, and I think this one looks fantastic as well. It's pretty much the same thing that I have, just minus the boxes. So instead of using the Pop boxes, they're actually using risers. If you go on Amazon and type in spice rack, you'll find a bunch of different spice racks that look like Funko Pop risers that you're seeing in this photo right here. So I'll put a link down below to some of the ones I found on Amazon. But yeah, you could definitely use spice racks as risers for your Funko Pops if you don't want to display the Pop box with it, or if you don't have the Pop box. But the only issue I have for collections like this is if you do have the Pop box, it does get hard to find as a place to like just store the Pop box if you don't want to throw it out. But if you're an out-of-box collector who does throw out their Pop boxes, then this is definitely the display for you. Next up, we have another personal favorite of mine, and this is another out-of-box display, but you could definitely use this for in-box Pops as well. Now, this display right here is using 2 baseball bat displays. I know one place, for example, that has really popular baseball bat displays for Funko Pop displays is Michael's. I'll put a link down below to the baseball bat display from Michael's. I know they have some fantastic ones there. So like I mentioned before, you could use these for in-box or out-of-box Pops. As you can see, these are displayed horizontally. If you're displaying them horizontally, then they're only going to fit out-of-box Pops. They're not going to fit the whole Pop box. But if you do put them vertically, they will fit the whole Pop box. So if you put them vertically, you could fit about 5 or 6 Pops, compared to if you have them horizontally and you take them out of the box, you could fit about 12 Pops. And also, as you can see, this person right here is using the space in between the 2 shelves to display more Pops and other figures that they have in their collection, which I think is really cool. But yeah, the baseball bat display is a classic display that you can't go wrong with. I think they always look great. Next up, we have one that's very similar to the Display Geek shelves. I believe these might be even Display Geek shelves. I do believe these are Display Geek shelves, but rather than the photo that I showed earlier where the Pop boxes has the image of the Pop facing towards you, this one actually has all the Pop boxes facing the other way. So instead of seeing the Pop on the side of the box, you're actually seeing the name of the Pop, which I think looks fantastic as well. But yeah, that's a really awesome display. Let's move on to an in-box display. I believe these are also Display Geek shelves. I'll put a link down below to these as well. But these are really awesome. Rather than having out-of-box Pops, if you don't want to take your Pops out of the box, which is completely fine, you can have them in box just like this. And I think this actually looks really, really good if you have a full wall of these. Yeah, that's a really awesome in-box display from Display Geek. Moving on to the next one here, which is using the glass shelves or the glass cabinets from IKEA. Also using the spice racks, which I mentioned earlier. And on the left side of the photo beside the two glass cabinets is a display that you can find in most stores. I think those look actually really awesome. They're made out of cardboard and are given out by Funko to different retailers to display their Funko Pops in stores. And if stores are getting rid of their Funko Pop section or just this specific shelf, you can ask them for it and they are definitely willing to give you it, I'm pretty sure. I've seen many people on YouTube who has these before. I believe Tristan Top Pops has a few of these and they look great. But yeah, that display includes most of his inbox pops that are more expensive, like that Ghost Rider or Loki. And his out of box display has a lot of random pops. There's not really like anything specific. You have Patrick Star, and then you have Wally, Dumbledore, Pennywise, Sesame Street, Spartan, then you have a Minion, purple Minion. But yeah, it's a really random display. It's not really like sorted into categories, but I still think it's really cool nonetheless. And finally, the last display that I want to talk about is the Display Vault Air from Vaulted Vinyl. They sent me one of these a few months back and I think it looks fantastic for some of your more expensive Funko Pops. If you want a really awesome way to display your high-end Funko Pop figures, then you can definitely use the Display Vault Air. I'll put a link down below. I think they look fantastic as well. Personally, I love mine a lot. But yeah, pretty much sums up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Let me know in the comments down below if you're an out-of-box or inbox collector, or maybe even both. I would love to know. The recording cut out and it didn't let me finish what I was saying. But basically, all I wanted to say is thank you so much for the support recently, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Peace.